Getting hurt can make you want to react fast. You want answers. You want closure. You want to know why someone changed. So most people do what feels natural. They text, they ask questions, they explain, they chase. But every emotional reaction gives away power. When someone hurts you and sees that they still control your emotions, they feel safe. Safe knowing you are still there. Safe knowing they can come back anytime. Safe knowing they still have access to your heart. That is why silence is powerful. Silence is not revenge. Silence is self-respect. It is the moment you stop proving your value to people who failed to see it. And when you do that, something changes. The same person who hurt you starts to wonder, why did they stop chasing? Why are they so calm? Did I lose someone valuable? That is where regret begins. Let's get into the 5 silent behaviors that make all the difference. Before we begin, the Stoic Tribe team is currently working on the Stoic Relationship Blueprint for Men course, and it's coming very soon. This is a complete step-by-step system that will help you master emotional control, stop overthinking, set stronger boundaries, and finally understand how to lead yourself with calm confidence in relationships. It is designed to help you break painful patterns for good, rebuild self-respect, and apply these principles in a way that becomes part of who you are, not just something you hear and forget. If you want early access and want to be first when it drops, comment the blueprint. Number 1. Stop explaining yourself. One of the biggest mistakes people make after being hurt is trying to explain everything. And if you are in that place right now, staring at your phone, replaying old conversations in your head, writing and deleting messages, trying to find the perfect words that will finally make her understand what she did, stop, because this is the exact moment your life either changes or stays trapped in the same painful cycle you have been living for years. And the truth that nobody says clearly enough is this: when she chooses distance, when she becomes cold, when she pulls back without clarity, when her energy shifts and leaves you confused, she already knows what she is doing. She already sees the effect it has on you. She already understands that her silence creates anxiety, and every long message you send trying to explain your side, trying to make her understand your heart, trying to remind her of your effort, only confirms one thing to her: that she still has access to your emotional center. And the harsh truth is that people do not respect what they can easily shake. They may enjoy the attention. They may even enjoy watching you overextend yourself. But deep down, they do not value someone who keeps handing over his peace just because another person changed their mood. And this is where most people destroy their own dignity without even realizing it. Because they think explaining themselves is maturity. They think sending one more message is closure. They think if they can just say it better, calmer, deeper, maybe she will suddenly wake up and see what she is losing. But life does not work that way, because your value is not proven through speeches. Your worth is not established by how beautifully you can describe your pain, and your peace should never depend on whether someone finally decides to act right. And this is where true discipline begins, not in pretending you do not care, not in acting cold for attention, but in choosing self-command over emotional impulse. Because when you are hurt, your first instinct is to react, to correct the story, to clear your name, to make sure she understands your intentions. But strength begins the moment you stop letting pain dictate your behavior. Strength begins when you sit with discomfort instead of trying to escape it. Strength begins when you understand that not every silence needs filling. Not every accusation deserves your defense. Not every misunderstanding deserves your energy, because some people are not confused. They are simply comfortable receiving your effort while giving you uncertainty in return. And once you see that clearly, everything changes. Because now your silence is no longer weakness, it becomes discipline. It becomes emotional control. It becomes the first proof to yourself that you are no longer living at the mercy of someone else's choices. And this matters far beyond her, because the habit of over-explaining does not only show up in relationships, it shows up everywhere in your life, at work, when you tolerate disrespect and still try to prove yourself, in friendships where you carry all the weight, in family dynamics where you keep trying to earn peace from people committed to misunderstanding you. And if you do not break this pattern now, it follows you into every area of your future, because the man who constantly explains himself is often a man who secretly doubts his own value. And that is what this moment is really exposing, not her behavior, but your relationship with yourself. Because if one person's distance is enough to make you abandon your center, then the real work is not getting her back. It is building a version of yourself that cannot be pulled out of alignment so easily, and that starts with accepting something difficult but freeing. Closure is not something she gives you. Closure is something you choose. Closure is the decision to stop standing outside a closed door, hoping your honesty will make someone open it. Closure is deciding that your peace matters more than one final explanation. Closure is realizing that silence is sometimes the cleanest answer you can give, because when you stop explaining, you stop negotiating for basic respect. You stop shrinking yourself to fit into someone else's comfort. You stop chasing emotional certainty from a person who benefits from your confusion. And in that silence, something powerful starts happening inside you, because at first it is uncomfortable. Your mind will race. Your ego will panic. Part of you will want to reach out, just to release the pressure, just to know where you stand, just to stop the mental noise. But if you hold your ground, if you stay still, if you refuse to let temporary discomfort control permanent decisions, you begin building something most people never develop. Emotional steadiness. And emotional steadiness is what changes your life, because now your choices are not based on fear, they are based on standards. Now your actions are not driven by panic, they are driven by self-respect. Now your peace is not rented out to whoever decides to give or withhold attention, and that is the shift that separates a reactive life from a powerful one. Because the truth is, many people are not used to someone who can stay calm under pressure. Many women are used to men rushing to explain, apologizing for things they did not even do, trying to rescue connections that were never balanced to begin with. And when you stop doing that, when you step back instead of leaning in, when you choose quiet confidence instead of emotional chasing, it unsettles the pattern, not because you are trying to punish her, but because for the first time, you are no longer participating in a dynamic that drains you, and whether she notices or not stops mattering, because the real reward is not making her wonder. The real reward is that for the first time in a long time, you are no longer abandoning yourself just to keep someone else comfortable, and that changes how you walk, how you think, how you carry yourself. Because every time you resist the urge to explain yourself to someone committed to misunderstanding you, you are sending a message to your own mind. My peace is not up for negotiation. My worth does not require approval. My silence is not emptiness. It is self-respect in action. And once that lesson truly lands, you stop becoming the person who begs to be seen, and start becoming the person whose absence speaks louder than anything he could ever say. And if this part is speaking directly to where you are in life right now, then the Stoic Relationship Blueprint ebook for men was made for this exact moment. It is filled with timeless principles that help you stop overthinking, rebuild your self-respect, set stronger boundaries, and become emotionally steady in ways that change every part of your life. It is now also available in audiobook format, so whether you are walking alone, training, driving, or clearing your mind, you can listen and start applying these lessons in real time. This is not temporary motivation you hear once and forget. This is knowledge that stays with you for life, because once you get it, It is yours forever to revisit whenever life tests you again. It is linked in the comments, and if you are serious about changing your standards, instead of repeating the same painful patterns, this is where that change begins. Number 2, protect your attention. Attention is power, and most people do not understand how much of their life they lose simply because they keep handing their focus to the very thing that is draining them. And if you are in that place right now, checking whether she viewed your story, wondering why she is online but not replying, opening old messages late at night, searching for hidden meaning in short replies, trying to decode silence that was never meant to be clear, then you need to hear this without comfort and without sugarcoating it. Every minute you spend mentally circling around someone who has chosen inconsistency is a minute you are stealing from your own future, and the reason this hits so hard is because attention is not just where your eyes go. Attention is where your life goes. Attention is where your confidence rises or falls. Attention is what shapes your habits, your peace, your sleep, your discipline, your goals, and your self-respect. Which means the moment you keep giving your mind to someone who keeps you uncertain, you are not just losing time. You are slowly training yourself to become dependent on instability. And this is exactly what keeps so many people trapped for years, because they think the pain is caused by what she did, when in reality, the deeper damage comes from what they keep doing to themselves afterward. Because once she pulls away, once she becomes distant, once she changes her energy and leaves you in confusion, the real danger begins inside your own mind. Because your mind hates uncertainty. It wants answers, it wants relief, it wants certainty now, and that is why you start doing things that quietly destroy your strength. You check her page hoping for clues. You reread messages looking for signs. You replay memories trying to understand where it shifted. You watch what she posts and who she follows and what she liked. And all of this creates an invisible chain around your mind. Because now your mood depends on what she does next. Now your peace rises and falls with her online activity. Now your day is shaped by someone who may not even be thinking about you at all. And this is where you have to wake up. Because protecting your attention is not about acting tough. It is about refusing to become mentally owned by someone who has not earned that access. And this is the part nobody teaches clearly enough. The strongest move after disappointment is not chasing closure. It is taking your mind back before your life starts shrinking around one person's behavior. Because when your attention is scattered, your standards collapse. Your workouts become inconsistent. Your sleep suffers. Your appetite changes. Your confidence drops. Your work declines. Your friendships weaken. Your purpose fades. And slowly, without even noticing, you start becoming smaller just because one person pulled away. And that is never acceptable. Not because you should be emotionless, but because your life is too valuable to let someone else's indecision become the center of your world. And this is where true discipline begins. Because discipline is not only waking up early or going to the gym. Discipline is being able to sit with discomfort without reaching for relief that weakens you. Discipline is catching yourself before you open her profile again. Discipline is putting your phone down when your mind wants another answer. Discipline is choosing your future over your craving for certainty, and that choice, repeated enough times, changes everything. Because at first, protecting your attention feels difficult. Your mind will protest. It will tell you that one quick look will not matter, that one message might give clarity, that one small check might help you move on. But that is how unhealthy patterns survive, through tiny justifications that seem harmless in the moment, but slowly keep you emotionally tied to something that is already costing you too much. And what you need to understand is this. Peace is built through what you refuse to feed, because anything you repeatedly focus on grows stronger in your mind. So if you keep feeding uncertainty, uncertainty becomes your normal state. If you keep feeding obsession, obsession becomes your pattern. If you keep feeding pain, pain becomes your identity. But if you cut off access, if you stop checking, if you stop tracking, if you stop letting her choices dictate your mental space, something powerful begins happening, because now your mind has room again. Now your nervous system starts calming down. Now your thoughts become clearer. Now you can hear yourself again. And this matters more than most people realize, because many people are not actually heartbroken. They are overstimulated, overattached, and mentally exhausted from chasing certainty where none exists. And once you stop feeding that cycle, you begin seeing things more honestly. You begin noticing where you ignored red flags, where you overinvested too early, where you confused attention for effort, where you accepted mixed signals because you were more attached to potential than reality. And this kind of honesty changes your life, because now the situation stops being only about her and starts becoming about your standards, your patterns, your blind spots, and your growth. And this is where your power returns, because the moment you protect your attention, you stop living reactively. You stop waking up in emotional suspense. You stop letting someone else's inconsistency become your emotional weather. And instead, you begin building a life that is rooted in structure, routine, and self-command. And this is how you turn pain into advantage, because every urge to check becomes a chance to choose yourself. Every moment of uncertainty becomes a chance to build steadiness. Every emotional trigger becomes a chance to prove that your mind belongs to you, not to her. And once this becomes your standard, people notice, not because you announce it, but because your energy changes, your conversations change, your posture changes, your confidence becomes quieter and stronger, because you are no longer looking for signs from someone who left you guessing. You are no longer draining your own spirit, trying to understand behavior that was never respectful to begin with. And whether she notices your absence or not becomes irrelevant, because the real transformation is not that she starts wondering where you went. The real transformation is that for the first time in a long time, you are no longer abandoning your own life while waiting for someone else to make up their mind. And that shift is everything. Because the person who controls his attention controls his future. The person who guards his focus guards his peace. And the person who stops feeding what hurts him eventually becomes someone who cannot be easily shaken again. Not because life becomes easier, but because he finally understands that protecting his mind is not selfish. It is the foundation of everything he wants to become. Number 3. Improve in private. This is where most people miss the real lesson, because the moment she hurts you, disappoints you, or walks away, your life quietly presents you with a choice that will define far more than this one situation. And that choice is simple, even if it does not feel easy. You either let pain reduce you, or you let pain refine you. And most people never realize how much of their future is shaped by what they do in the weeks after disappointment. Because this is the season where your habits are exposed, your emotional patterns are revealed, your hidden weaknesses rise to the surface, and the version of you that has been living on autopilot is suddenly standing in front of you with nowhere left to hide. And that is why private improvement matters so much. Because when someone leaves, when someone disrespects your effort, when someone gives you confusion instead of clarity, the greatest mistake you can make is turning your entire life into a performance designed to make her notice what she lost. Because if your growth is still centered around proving something to her, then she still owns too much space in your mind. And that is not growth. That is delayed dependency dressed up as progress. And this is the hard truth most people need to hear. Pain is not what ruins you. Wasted pain is what ruins you, because pain by itself is neutral. It is simply energy, pressure, discomfort, and truth rising to the surface. And what matters is whether you use it to build or whether you use it to spiral. And if you are honest, you already know how easy it is to spiral, Because once she changes, once she pulls back, once she becomes distant, your mind starts turning against you. You question what you missed. You replay conversations. You start wondering whether you should have done more, said less, tolerated more, been softer, been stronger, been different. And if you stay in that loop long enough, you slowly become a weaker version of yourself while she continues living her life. And that is where private improvement becomes your rescue. Because private improvement is not about becoming impressive for attention. It is about rebuilding your inner structure so that one person's behavior no longer has the power to collapse your world. And this is where your life starts changing in ways most people around you will never understand. Because while others are posting indirect messages, seeking validation, chasing attention, and trying to make themselves seen, you are doing something far more powerful. You are rebuilding your standards in silence. You are correcting what pain exposed. You are facing the parts of yourself you used to ignore because comfort kept you distracted. And this is where true transformation begins, because pain strips away illusion. Pain shows you what you tolerate. Pain reveals how quickly you abandon yourself, just to keep peace with people who are inconsistent. Pain shows you whether your routines are strong enough to carry you when emotions are unstable. And if you are willing to be honest instead of bitter, this season can become the turning point of your entire life. Because now you start asking different questions, not why did she do this, but why did I ignore what was in front of me? Not how do I get her back, but why was I so willing to settle for uncertainty? Not how do I stop hurting, but what kind of life have I been neglecting while making someone else my emotional center? And those questions matter because the quality of your life changes when the quality of your questions changes. And this is exactly where most people either evolve or stay trapped. Because private improvement requires something most people avoid: facing yourself without distraction. And that means looking at your discipline honestly, your finances honestly, your body honestly, your habits honestly, your standards honestly, your loneliness honestly, your need for approval honestly. Because the truth is, many people are not devastated because she left.